Good morning, Mike. How are you? Good to see you.
The other places might be nice, but it's hard to get there.
And what time?
After
If someone brings that up, I'm like, you must be needing to talk to another family. I never get a surgery.
like
Good morning. Thank you, Sue Ann. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. How is everyone doing? Hope you're doing well on this lovely spring day. It is the first Sunday of March. We're marching through this year, as it were. So, it's lovely. We got a very special guest here with us today for some singing, and looks like we have a pretty full house. So, makes you just want to say two words, doesn't it? Makes you want to say, thank you. Everybody say it again. Thank you. Now everybody stand up and say it one time. Say it again. Thank you. Say it two more times. And actually, two more times now. And one more time. Say it. Thank you. And here we go. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. It's wonderful, it's wonderful, it's wonderful day. It's wonderful, it's beautiful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. It's wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful day. It's wonderful, this wonderful, this wonderful day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This joyful, this joyful day. This joyful, this joyful, this joyful day. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Woo! Yeah! You may be seated. So much joy in this room. Ooh! We're celebrating the energy of joy today. You're in the right place. You've come to Unity Center of Peace. We're all about joy. We're opening our heart and our consciousness to experience more life, which is love, which is joy, which is abundance of all good. So, welcome. I am Reverend Victoria Loveland-Coen, and to my left is a wonderful Chris Eagle. Yeah, who will be anchoring us in deep meditation and consciousness and opening our heart and all good stuff. We want to say hello to those of you joining us online on YouTube, Facebook. Hello. We're so glad to see you. We see you. So if you say hello in the chat, then we know we got a conversation going here. All right. So with that, let's take a deep breath together. And as Chris lights the divine light candle, just take a moment and be with that sacred element of fire. And from this place, I invite you to say our opening invocation together, which is on the screen. Together. There is only one presence and one power active in the universe and in my life. God, the good omnipotence. Yeah, open to that awareness, open to that potential of infinite good that is here just waiting for us to jump in and swim in those beautiful waters. So we say yes to that. Yes. And so it is. So it is. Come on in, sit down. So before we do our meditation today, we want to begin to include the youth in our Sunday services, and really so that you all get an experience of these amazing beings that are, learning and growing upstairs with our wonderful youth ed director. And today, we're going to have Roisin come on up and read the daily word. So if you would adjust the mic for her. Thank you. Yeah.
Through positivity, I can do all things through the divine presence within me. I've heard it said, most people are about as happy as they make up their minds to be. These words show me the importance of positivity and how an upbeat attitude can keep me afloat upon the rough waters of life. Positivity helps me see the world as full of joy and possibility. Difficulties may arise, but my confident faith in the goodness of God gives me the power to cross the stormy seas and find calm waters in the warmth of sunshine. The light of God surrounds and folds and uplifts me. When I center my thoughts on the divine within, I feel equipped to meet all challenges. God's indwelling grace sees me through the stormy days. Even if squalls of sadness toss me about, by faith I will outlast the gales and reach calmy seas again. Keep your heart with all vigilance, for from it flow the springs of life. Proverbs 4:23.
I surrender. I trust and I know as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I surrender. I trust and I know as I surrender, I fall into the arms of love. I fall into the arms of love.
Feeling the depth of life. So if you would, clear anything from your laps that doesn't need to be there, so that you can just rest and be supported by whatever you're seated upon. And if you just let my words be your words and move you into this deeper state. If you would, close your eyes or gaze softly down and just notice your breath. Notice the inhale and the exhale and how deep or shallow it is. You don't need to change it, but just notice it. And as you notice it, you will probably feel it shift. We have this amazing power of awareness. And by becoming more aware of our breath, not just the physical aspects of it, but the spiritual aspects of it, we allow ourselves to reconnect and feel the depth of our being. And I assure you, you are deeper than you will ever know. So just allow your breath, allow your awareness to allow you to sink deeper into this presence, this pervasive presence that fills every last cell of your being, moves through every fiber of your awareness, surrounds you in the ether, the air, whatever you see around you, and more. Truly feel this. You may feel it in your core. You may feel it at the edge of your awareness. But allow this to be fully present. You will find flavors of depth in there. Some of it might feel calm. Some of it might feel intense. But it is all your essence that you are feeling. Allow yourself to wrap into that. Allow yourself to dive deeper. Allow that to eclipse and engulf any cares, any worries, any knots, any cricks, any pains that you might have. There is plenty of capacity for all of it. So just allow it to wash through you as we enter more into this present moment. Allow any sounds that you hear to simply reinforce and amplify this experience. inside these depths. Allow yourself to continue to feel them. But there may be thoughts of people, places, or things that are running on the surface that don't yet seem to have joined this depth. In your own way, you can name them softly aloud or silently, just calling them into this depth, into this beingness that we have co-created. Including those in the prayer box and all of those that you have said or not said, and joining with Pat Webster, our trained prayer partner.
Sweet, sweet Spirit, infused with all this love and light and spirit, infusing us from the inside and from the outside. We bring our full awareness and love and compassion and focus into the divine beings of our community who have placed with faith a prayer in this box. We bring our full awareness and love and presence, divine presence, to those beings represented by these prayers. We remember that the Chinese calligraphy for crisis is danger over opportunity. So we know that each of the challenges of navigating a human life connected with you, Spirit, relationship challenges, prosperity challenges, health challenges, spiritual challenges, emotional challenges, all of these things have in them opportunity, and in deep faith, we affirm the opportunity for healing in all these areas. And we see every fear released, every illness released, affirming wholeness and abundance in each area of life with deep faith. And because we affirm this, it has happened, and we say thank you, and so it is, and so we let it be. Amen.
That depth. Allow yourself to bring your body into this experience if you're not already feeling it. Feel your toes, feel your fingers, feel your scalp. Feel all of that. And when you're ready, allow yourself to open your eyes. And if you need to, you can stretch out a little bit, being aware of anybody that might be nearby. So far, it's a non-contact sport, but if you want to hug somebody, that's okay. And would you find at least 2 other divine beings in this room and connect via eyes? All right. So now, before we hand it back over to Bright Matter, we're going to dive into our vision and mission. Yes, there's this little theme of the depth of joy going around, if you haven't noticed yet. But first, let's live into our vision and mission. So together, our vision. We envision the divine light awakening in all. Our mission? We center in peace and love. We connect in our hearts with others. We celebrate our journey toward wholeness, and we empower others to experience their spiritual magnificence. And so it is, and we're going to let Bright Matter take it away.
Good morning again. We are presenting some songs today about accepting the gift of friendship and love. Those are the themes of our songs today. I'm very happy to have a longtime Chapel Hill musician. She defines the word impresario, an artistic impresario. This is Rebecca Newton. She's got a wonderful voice, very famous around here. And she's the director of the Arts Center in Carborough now. So.
Yeah. And what? Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I like.
Every day it's something different. So. When you're down and troubled and you need a helping hand, and nothing is going right. Close your eyes and think of me, and soon I will be there to brighten up even your darkest night. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. You've got a friend. If the sky above you should turn dark and full of clouds, and that old north wind should begin to blow, keep your head together and call my name out loud. Soon I'll be knocking at your door. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. Now ain't it good to know that you've got a friend when people can be so cold? They'll hurt you and desert you. Well, they'll take your soul if you let them. Oh, but don't you let them. You just call out my name, and you know wherever I am, I'll come running to see you again. Winter, spring, summer, or fall, all you got to do is call, and I'll be there, yes I will. a friend.
Ah, beautiful. Thank you so much. Gorgeous, gorgeous. All right, here we are. Welcome to March. Yeah. This week, we kick off our spring renewal programs, which we're going to be sharing a little bit more about later. But definitely one of the most effective ways that we can do a little spring cleaning and renewal is to clear out any lingering resentments or unforgiveness that might still be there. And so last week, we talked about the importance of forgiving others. Right? And because if we withhold forgiveness, it's just about us, right? It sort of blocks the flow of good in our lives. It creates a toxic energy in our body and our mind and our spirit, and it wreaks havoc with our peace of mind. And as we talked about last week, it can actually shorten our life. So when we learn and practice forgiveness, and remember last week we talked about how forgiving someone is not condoning their behavior, right? It's about us. It frees us from the heavy burden, and it allows that abundance of life to flow once again freely, and we return to our natural state of love. So, a few people came to me after the service last week and said, I get it, but how do I actually do it? How do I do it? And so I just want to remind you that the meditation podcast that I record and that drops on Wednesday night is designed to give you the practice of the topic from the previous Sunday. So last Wednesday's meditation was a guided meditation in forgiveness. So I just want to let you know that that's a resource, a free resource available to you, and it can really help make the difference. All right, so today we're going to talk about self-forgiveness, which is just as difficult, if not more so, than forgiving others, right? Some of us are harder on ourselves than we would ever be on anyone else. And that still, our own lack of self-forgiveness is just as poisonous, right, to our mind, body, and spirit. And also self-criticism, that can really erode our sense of self-worth. And our level of self-worth determines the level of good that we can allow in our lives. So if my self-worth is low, I'm probably not going to be attracting into my life a wonderful, loving, healthy relationship, or a terrific, high-paying job, or some wonderful, magical experience in my life. Because it doesn't match, you see. It doesn't match. So, accepting ourselves fully, our perfectly imperfect selves, is essential. It's essential to our well-being and to the realization of our dreams. Also, while we're busy over here, judging ourselves harshly and not measuring up to whatever standard we set for ourselves. Meanwhile, God, the infinite universal love, sees us as beautiful, precious beings, expressions of itself, sees us as unfolding our magnificence in the perfect way. So why are we so hard on ourselves? Well, I think for many of us, we kind of carry forward the criticism that our parents bestowed upon us. What did you do? What's wrong with you? Right? What were you thinking? Why can't you be more like Timmy or Sally? You're laughing. I think maybe there's a little recognition in there. Sounding vaguely familiar. And unless we've done some intentional healing work around that, those critical voices get embedded in our psyche and affect our sense of self. So, also, many of us carry around resentments and regrets and mistakes from our past and bad choices that we made in our past, and we're carrying it around like a sack of old potatoes that we can't put down. I'm going to carry this thing around. I don't know why, but I got it here and I can't put it down. So let's look at why that is and maybe how we can learn to put that down and free ourselves. So let's look at the first slide today. Yeah, so we might be consciously or unconsciously saying to ourselves, if I forgive myself, it means I'm excusing what I did. Now, last week we talked about how the key to being able to forgive anyone is to remember that everyone does the best they can with the consciousness they have at the time. The same is true for us. We've always done the best we can with the consciousness we have at the time. You can't do any better. And our consciousness is evolving. And we can learn and grow from the mistakes. Right? We can learn and grow from that. So the first thing we might want to do is acknowledge what happened, but not from a place of judgment, from a place of self-compassion. So imagine that a loving, wise elder or a spiritual guide or Jesus or Buddha, whatever you resonate with. Imagine yourself speaking to you like that spiritual being would speak to you, with compassion, with understanding, with love, right? So you want to kind of get into that place before you ask these questions of yourself. What happened? What role did I play? What was my intention at the time? Where was I in consciousness? Where was I on my spiritual path, if at all? And most importantly, what have I learned? So rather than feeling like you'd be excusing yourself for a mistake, you're actually intentionally learning and growing from that mistake. You're intentionally learning and growing from that mistake. Now, owning our actions is a good thing. It's how we grow. But there is a difference between responsibility and shame. Responsibility says, I made a mistake. I can learn from that. And shame says, I am a mistake. So you might want to explore how you are with that, where you are with that. You also might want to ask the question, how can I use this experience and what I've learned from it to become a wiser, kinder, more forgiving person? Or even, how can I use this experience and what I've learned from it in service to others? I spent many years, really too long, regretting my 20s. Just really judging myself really harshly. I wasted a lot of time. Your 20s, this is when you should be growing and doing and learning and, starting, and I just wasted them, And not that I was ever mean to anybody, but it's just I didn't really think about anybody else. It was all about me. I was very self-involved, right? And so, as I grew up, I was just like, I spent so much time regretting that. Oh, how could I have done that? I could be so stupid. And it really wasn't until I got onto a spiritual path and really started learning these things and practicing these things, did I begin to let myself go and remember I was not firing on all cylinders. It was like, I just wasn't there in consciousness. And as I began to let that go and forgive, then I saw, I can use what I've learned from my mistake to help others, to be of service to others. And then I realized, being of service to others is the greatest high one could ever have. I mean, it fills you with such fulfillment, right? Such fulfillment and joy. So, the thing is, self-forgiveness, just like forgiving others, is a practice, right? And every time we practice, every time we choose self-compassion, we become freer. All right, let's look at the next one. So secondly, for some, it's I don't deserve forgiveness. I have to keep punishing myself to make up for what I did. Now, this is all unconscious, right? Here's the thing, even if we believe, and maybe it's just intellectually, that we are loved unconditionally by a divine presence, when it comes to our past mistakes, we can hold on to those things like a best buddy. And even though we know deep down that holding on to guilt is not a path to freedom. It's a path to suffering, right? And spiritual maturity is not measured by self-punishment. It's measured by our response to life and how we grow from our mistakes. All right, so now imagine with this thing, this is one thing you can do, that a best friend comes to you in tears over some big mistake that they made. My guess is you would not criticize them, you would not condemn them, you would offer them compassion, you would offer them comfort, you would offer them understanding, right? Yeah. Maybe you would ask them what led to that decision, but you would do that with compassion. Well, treat yourself to that same compassion. Treat yourself the same way with that same compassion. Now, you may realize, if this is true for you, that something you did maybe hurt someone else. In that case, making amends is really appropriate. Whatever that is, with an apology or, making some kind of restitution, that is totally appropriate to do. But know that your ability to forgive yourself is not dependent upon their forgiving you. Those are two separate things. They own their own stuff, right? Okay, so now, we're finally ready for step 3, which is to release the weight. We're finally ready to put down that sack of old potatoes. We're ready to let it go. No amount of regret ever changes the past. It just keeps us in pain in the present, right? So now it is time for us to declare I will not let this define me anymore. Take a deep breath. Let's affirm this together. I will not let this define me anymore. One more time. I will not let this define me anymore. Yeah, and you know, it doesn't matter what we have done, nothing we have done in the past, nothing we could do in the future could ever really change our true spiritual self, our true essence, our divine essence that I am. Nothing that happens to us or we can do can change that. That might be the idea that Ricky Byers-Beckwith wrote the song, The Land of I Am, about. So let's affirm this together. Yeah, it's up there. Okay. So we're talking about that eternal divine self. That I am is the eternal divine self. Let's try repeating this together. Ready? More than I have been, I am. More than I will be, I am. All that I am. One more time. More than I have been, I am. More than I will be, I am. All that I am. One more time. More than I have been, I am. More than I will be, I am. All that I am. We're practicing a sacred act of healing and transformation. That's what self-forgiveness is, a sacred act of healing and transformation. So Maya Angelou shared a story in her book, Wouldn't Take Nothing from My Journey Now. Anybody read that book? She shares some stories, and she's sharing a story about when she's 24, she goes and she takes voice lessons. And her voice teacher introduces her to a Unity book, Lessons in Truth, by Emily Cady. Now, the writings of Emily Cady actually inspired the Fillmores, and it was the first book that they published in 1903. And the ideas in that book are just as current today. And so the teacher had Maya read aloud a sentence that she had written in there about when she realized that God loved her. And she wrote, God loves me. And so he said to her, read that aloud, Maya. God loves me. And so she did, and he said, and again, read it again. And then again, read it again. And again. And she was getting a little annoyed because it's like, what does this have to do with voice lessons? You know? And by the way, she was agnostic at the time, so, you know, like this was not working for her. But finally, by the 7th time, she really got it. And she says in the book, she says, after about the 7th repetition, I began to sense that there might be truth in the statement, that there was a possibility God really did love me. Me, Maya Angelou. I suddenly began to cry at the grandness of it all. I knew that if God loved me, then I could do wonderful things. I could try great things. I could learn anything. I could achieve anything. For what could stand against me with God, since one person, any person with God, constitutes a majority? Yeah. And she had made many mistakes in her life. She writes about this, you know. So if she can accept unconditional love and forgiveness, so can you. So I'd like to do a little exercise with this, all right, around this. Now, knowing that a lot of us kind of have uncomfortableness with the word God because we associate it. It's that old idea of God outside of us on a cloud somewhere, looking down at us, judging us. So I invite you to use a different word. Whatever is meaningful for you, whether that's Great Spirit or divine love or universal love or source energy. Think of maybe a word you could use, and we're going to say this, together and with another affirmation. So take a deep breath. Place your hand over your heart. Be present there. And using your word for God, or God if that's good for you, let's say together, God loves me. And again, Spirit loves me. One more time. Divine Source loves me. And from that place, we're going to affirm, and it's on the screen there. Together, I am worthy of love. I am worthy of healing. I am worthy of forgiveness. Once again, I am worthy of love. I am worthy of healing. I am worthy of forgiveness. One more time. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of healing. I am worthy of forgiveness. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Really feel that in your soul. All right. Breathe that in. Now you have some tools to work with. Remember the meditation on Wednesday, that I will be leading that in that. So you have that tool. And let's just put that sack of potatoes down. We are surrendering what no longer serves us to that infinite divine presence. Just allow that to happen and accept the unconditional love that is there waiting for you. All right. Namaste. Aho. Aho.
So I'm sorry to this side of the room, but I have to look at Chris, and I feel it's kind of a little bit rude looking over here. But I also have to read the words. So. Used to seem to me that my life ran on too fast, and I had to take it slowly just to make the good parts last. But when you're born to run, it's so hard to just slow down. So don't be surprised to see me back in the bright part of town. I'll be back in the high life again. All the doors I closed one time will open up again. I'll be back in the high life again. All the eyes that watched me once will smile and take me in. And I'll drink and dance with one hand free, let the world back into me, and I will be a sight to see. Back in the high life again. Used to be the best, to make my life be me, and I hope that you're still out there and you're like you used to be. we'll dance till the morning sun, and we'll let the good times come in, and we won't stop till we're done. I'll be back in the high life again. All the doors I closed one time will open up again. We'll be back in the high life again. All the eyes that watched us once smile and take us in. And we'll drink and dance with one hand free, have the world so easily. No, we'll be a sight to see. Back in the high life again. High life. High I'll be back in the high life again. All the doors I closed once will open up again. I'll be back in the high life again. All the eyes that watched us once smile and take us in. And we'll drink and dance with one hand free. All the world will see. Sorry, I got lost. Back in the high life again.
Hopefully your forgiveness is easier than that. Maybe I should move that so nobody trips over that. There. Anyways. Reverend Victoria gave me something to play with. I played with it. So it is so good to hear you all laugh, which means that you get it. Yes? Yeah. Awesome. So we get to celebrate ourselves when we come here. We also get to celebrate this community. And part of that is through this means of giving. So there are all kinds of options that will show up on the screen, and you pick the one that works best for you, but it's really this essence of giving. And sometimes there might be resentments or regrets in the giving, and I'm just going to ask you to let go of that today. We've got all various kinds of ways of letting that go, and I'll talk about more of those later. But in this moment, you just get to be you. And so whatever ways and means you're getting fed, but be it the music, be it the meditation, be it the talk, be it the insights, being it the community, all of that rolls together. So I would love for you to share that gratitude in the how part with this blessing. So would you take that in your hands? And if you want to hold it to your heart, that's great. But we'll go through the blessing, which is on the screen. Really just feel that essence of you moving through this gift that supports this community and beyond. Together, divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, all that I receive, and all that I am.
power of love is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of love is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power of you and me is here to create magic on earth.
Wait, there's more. Would you extend your hands so that you too can bless these bowls, these combined gifts? It's like being with God. It's a majority. So feel that gift, yours mixed in with others, and how that supports this community, moves out through the entire economy of the world, blessing and multiplying, sowing love in every nook and cranny, and coming back transformed into the things that the giver, you, need and want, and how that cycle continues on and on and on. And so it is. Mary is taking the prayer request box, which is one of those things that if you have something that's getting stuck, you can put a prayer request in there, help you get beyond the sack of potatoes, or somebody else, for that matter. Yes. All right. So, I am getting my little prop out here, and if you are new here today, hopefully you got one of these, if you would fill out both sides. If you did not get one of those, would you raise your hand? And so that our greeters can get you one. There's one right there. And obviously, online people, we didn't hand you one of these because we have yet to figure out how to shove that through the internet. But if you would put that you're new, our wonderful greeter Mel will let you know the digital version of this, so you can get that. All right, and we have wonderful flowers. And these flowers, sorry, I got enamored by looking at all of it. I'm going to give you the dedication. You all can come up afterwards and look at them too. But this is from our very own Laura Volk. This is being dedicated to her husband, Joe, whose birthday is today. And the memory of my father, whose birthday is March 4th. My two angels. With much love, Laura. So we got that blessing. I think we're going to hand it back over to Bright Matter.
Cool. All right. Now we're going to do the sing-along.
So I'm going to instruct you and lead you in how to do this sing-along. There's a part that comes along that's the sha-la-la-la-la part, and that's your part. I know it sounds like a 50s song. It's not. It's a Warren Zevon song. Let me get this. I just moved everything around. The sound people are going to be back there like, what is she doing? All right. So I'll let you know when the sha-la-la comes. Well, it'll be kind of obvious. Shadows are falling and I'm running out of breath. Keep me in your heart for a while. If I leave you, it doesn't mean I love you any less. Keep me in your heart for a while. When you get up in the morning and you see that crazy sun, There's a train leaving nightly called When All Is Said and Done. Keep me in your heart for a while. Here comes. Sha la 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 la. Keep me in your heart for a while. Sha la 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 la. Keep me in your heart for a while. Sometimes when you're doing the simple things around the house, keep me in your heart for a while. You know I'm tied to you like the buttons on your blouse. Keep me in your heart for a while. Hold me in your thoughts, take me to your dreams, touch me as I fall into view. When the winter comes, keep the fires lit, I will be right next to you. Engine drivers headed north up to the pleasant stream. Keep me in your heart for a while. These wheels keep turning, but they're running out of steam. Keep me in your heart for a while. Sha la 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 la. Keep me in your heart for a while. Sha la 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 la. Keep me in your heart for a while. Let's try to do that one more time. Sha la 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 la. Keep me in your heart for a while. Sha la 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 la. Keep me in your heart for a while. Thank you.
All right. So it is the beginning of the month, and you got a hint. So what's happening? Got it. Yes. And this is her birthday song, which is brought to us by Roshana, but Roshana is not here, so Chris and Chris, are going to sing this. And join in. Happy birthday to you. We're so glad you're alive. Let's live in the earth.
Bless the day of your birth.
Bless the day of your birth. Happy birthday to you. We're so glad you're alive. You're a gift from the earth. Bless the day of your birth. Bless the day of your birth. I'm so glad you clapped, but now let's find out who actually has a birthday this month. Yay! There's one. There's definitely one there. Yay! Yes, and live streamers, you can put it in the chat. And we have not one but 2 birthday cakes, so come join us for Sacred Cafe. Yes. All right. So, Reverend Victoria was talking about something happening, and I think it's called Spring Renewal, but I think we're going to find out more directly from that TV in a moment. And coming to, come on, read this.
More to love about spring this year at Unity Center of Peace. We're planning a fresh array of classes and book studies and workshops and special events designed to renew and refresh your mind, body, and spirit. Enlighten your mind with a new book study based on the book Birthing a Greater Reality. Balance and cleanse your chakras with a 7-part series, Vibrations of Love, Crystal Bowls Healing. And heal and cleanse your body with a new workshop on the healing power of food. Enhance your spiritual power with a workshop on alchemy and sacred numbers. And nurture your spirit with one of 5 outdoor sacred spaces events this spring. And you won't want to miss our special Easter celebration on April 20th with an Easter egg hunt for the kids. So find out more about these and other regularly scheduled events to support your spiritual growth at unitychapelhill.org.
And the channel is here, in case you were wondering where that was happening. All right. You heard Reverend Victoria talk about the meditations. They have a title. It's called Soul Dance Podcast. So, as she said, they drop every Wednesday at 7:30, and each episode focuses on 10-minute meditation with more things in the background. So, to find out more, just go to our website under the spiritual support, and you will find out how to get to all of those things. And if you know those icons, you know how to get to them as well. All right. And then we have something about alchemy, numbers, powers, something like that. I don't know. Can you help us out, Oswaldo? What is this thing?
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Chris. Reverend Victoria, thank you for your service, for the service today, for your message in this service. Today we received tools, and this workshop is about tools. To me, Unity is a big, big, big warehouse where we can find all the tools that we need for whatever we're building. But sometimes we don't know how to use those tools. So I was a handyman, and I remember that at the first, dealing with new tools is hard, but then practice gives me what is needed. So I invite you to be part of this. Let's say, come and get your tools. So whatever you are building, you will be able to see it, how it's going to be easier for do it yourself. It's going to be about alchemy based on Hawaiian shamanism that help us working in feelings. By Andean shamanism, from I am from, is to help us working with thoughts, bringing together in the unity philosophy in our hearts. So it's Hawaiian shamanism techniques plus shaman techniques from the Andes, and the teachings of unity becomes one thing, one element for you to build whatever you want in your life. So I see you next Saturday from 10 to 4. And it's going to be 1 hour lunch, so bring your plate to have a little potluck. And I'm a vegetarian, by the way. Thank you.
All right. So, register at unitychapelhill.org. Find out more. QR screen. You can have a QR screen or you have a QR code. Probably the code will work better if you want to snap that. All right. And continuing on in this spring renewal, we're going to hear from the Crystal Bowls, I believe. Well, we'll hear about. It's coming to a screen near us soon. So chakra balance. There you go.
As we welcome the energy of spring, I would like to invite you to empower yourself by reconnecting to your energy centers, your chakras, through the healing power of sound. Starting March 10th, I will be facilitating a Unity Center of Peace in Chapel Hill, a 7-part series of chakra balancing with sound frequencies of crystal singing bowls. Each session will focus on each specific chakra. We are going to explore its qualities, signs of imbalance, colors, and affirmations, followed by a full body immersive sound bath. It'll be an interactive practice and also a very relaxing that will allow you to connect to yourself, deepen your mindfulness practice, get to know yourself on a deeper level by connecting to your body and bringing full awareness to your present moment. I invite you to be there starting March 10th, 6:30 p.m. Please go to the UCP's website for more information on how to register and what to bring to enhance this wonderful experience. Thank you. Namaste. See you all there.
All right, and there are the details. Okay. So now that we have gotten fully forgiven, what? You're not done yet? Anyways, we are having a guest speaker next Sunday, and we can embrace the power of renewal because we've cleaned things out. We've gotten rid of the potatoes so we can get something else, like spring veggies and whatnot. So she'll be here next Sunday, and also there's a little more that she'll also help us, meaning the board, in our retreat also. So there's kind of a double piece into all of that. So we're really excited to have her. All right. Barnsley, I believe you've got something to tell us about recycling and something green. I don't know. Okay.
Okay. All right. Who likes free money? Who likes to prosper the church? I like to be a catalyst for that, if y'all haven't noticed. And who likes to help the planet? Yeah, okay, all three of these things we can do, you all. So what is this? Who can tell me? It's not a hard question. Yes! Good job, Maria. It's an ink cartridge. So you all, what we want to do, and these are the small cartridges, is bring all our cartridges here. There's going to be a small basket, this one or something better soon, out front, and you just put your cartridge in here. Every cartridge that we collect is $1 or $2 for Unity. So think about it. I've already got 6 in here, $6. Otherwise, where would they go? Garbage or other places I'm not going to mention, but you don't get any credit for the church there. So we want to bring them in. And let me suggest to everybody this. I'm going to write an email to my large neighborhood so I can become the hub for ink cartridges. And they can just drop them off at my front porch. All right? So I'll be happy to write that email and share it with Debbie. And I would like to personally suggest that we allocate this, what we raise, to the youth groups, but we can discuss that later. Now, here's the thing. I ran the numbers, y'all. Guess what? Not only can we give the cartridges, but when we order cartridges, and their prices are very reasonable, better than Amazon, when we order from Planet Green and we stick in the number for Unity, 10% of what we order comes back to the church. Yay! I just dropped like $100 for ink cartridges for my printer. $10 comes back here. I ran the numbers, and I really think we can raise easily over $1,000 for Unity this year. And it all depends on you being willing to collect these, to bring them in, and also to purchase using our thing through Planet Recycle. So very excited about this. Let's make it happen. Woo!
I believe that would be a triple win for you, for us, and the planet. All right. After every service, this is mixed among the Sacred Cafe. You can get rubbed the right way. Yes. And so someone is sharing their gift, mainly Michael Savino, of his healing touch. And that will be happening right here on the stage after it. And it is donation-based, so if you are receiving of that wealth, allow that to flow. Okay. Also, after the service, we have a few more things. We have the deeper dive discussion, which is always a way to deepen what is happening. So You can talk about your sack of potatoes today. And you can join Stephanie Pollard, who will be facilitating that in room 103, which is the last door on the right. So if you want your snacks, coffee, and all of that, get that and head on there and dive in. Thank you all for continuing that. And then after the service, we have what we call our Sacred Cafe, because we are in North Carolina and the jet stream decided to go south. We're cool today, so we're going to have it in here. So if we would clear just this section of chairs so we have a space to put our Sacred Cafe, that would be wonderful. And also, if you need a little more tune-up, some of that forgiveness didn't quite work or whatever it is, we always have our 3-minute miracle, which today will be our very own Pat Webster. And she will be available out there in the foyer, but you'll go back to the last door on the left in order to have that. And those of you online or not physically present, if you send us an email, prayer@unitychapelhill.org, make sure you put your phone number in there. Otherwise, we can't call you back. So we will call you back and pray with you as well. I see some...
One more thing. Do you guys notice something a little different here? Yeah. Look, we've got Andres on the drums up on the stage. And this is all thanks to this guy right here and this woman right here. Debbie Hall worked together. It doesn't even look like it was never like, it looked like it was always been like that, right? You can't even tell. Now, we have it all together. We've got more room for chairs. So let's give them a big round of applause.
And now we can have children.
I am the radiant life of God, I am, I am, I am. I am the radiant life of God, I am, I am, I am. The health of God, strength of God, vitality, energy, being of God, I am the radiant life of God, I am, I am, I am. Good afternoon, hello.
How y'all doing? Oh, there we go. Cool. Hi. We had some really powerful people upstairs. Big thanks to Lisa. She was here. She had to take off a little soon. Just a big thanks for her. Today we started talking about the power of wisdom and how to sort of think about listening to the wisdom that we're already experiencing, the real wisdom of our hearts, the wisdom in nature, and or the wisdom of God, divinity. And we dove a little bit deeper of like, what does it feel like to have wisdom? Like, we talked about intuition. Okay, great. What is intuition? What's the sensation of it? Well, it just fits. Okay, well, but what's the sensation of it? Right? So how do you know when to decide? Right? And a part of our practice was to make ears as a reminder to listen to ourselves and potentially listen to and challenge ourselves to listen to our enemies / frenemies. We had, I don't know. It was fun. Next week, we're going to continue talking about wisdom. And if you want ears, I'll show you how we do it. Okay? Thanks.
Let's bless these children and everything in between with our blessing. We love you. We bless you. We appreciate you just the way you are. And we behold the Christ in you. Mwah. All right, so you can find your families and all of that. Would you stand if you're able? And if you want to join hands, that's great. All kinds of things, but we're going to go through our prayer of protection with I am statements. Starting right now. Together, the light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God. The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God. The power of God protects us. I am the power of God. The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Let
Reverend Victoria here. I'm at Unity Center of Peace with our house band, Bright Matter.
Hello.
Yeah, and if this video has inspired you or empowered you or opened your heart, opened your consciousness, or even just given you hope, we ask that you support what we're doing here by making a donation today, going to unitychapelhill.org or clicking the link below. And we thank you.
Thank
Thank you.